right, we're going to multiply by -9 minus I over -9 minus I, because the -9 is a real number and that number stays the same when you are dividing with imaginary numbers. The imaginary number changes to the opposite. So positive I becomes negative I. Okay, so let's do that. So the top is -2 minus 8I. All of that is times -9 minus 1I. I mean, if you want to put the 1 there, if that's helpful to you, then you can absolutely do that. All right, so let's distribute. -2 times -9 is 18. -2 times -I is positive 2I. Now we'll do the -8I times -9. That's a positive 72I. I know I usually stack those above each other, but here it is if you just put them in order. -8I times -1I, that's a positive 8, and that is I squared. So every time you write I squared, you mark it out and you change the sign to a negative. So we've got 18 minus 8, which is 10, and we've got 2I plus 72I, so that's 74I. Okay, so there's the top of our fraction, 10 plus 74I. All right, in the bottom, let's do that. So we've got -9 plus I times -9 minus I. Remember, the whole point of doing this is to get rid of the I in the denominator. So when I get my answer here, it should just be a number. So let's see if we can get that. Negative times negative is positive 81. Negative times negative is positive 9, and that is 9I because there's one I on the -9 and the negative I. Okay, now we're ready to do the inside. I times -9, that's -9I. I times -I is -I squared. I wrote I squared, so I mark it out. I change it to a plus in front of the number, and in this case, it's an understood 1. So I've got 81 plus 1, which is 82. 9I minus 9I, that's 0, so that cancels out. And I just have 82 in the denominator. Okay, so that worked out that I don't have an imaginary number in the denominator. Now I'm down to thinking about this fraction and just thinking, can I make those numbers smaller? Can they reduce? Well, they're all even numbers. So like 10 is 2 times 5. 74 is 2 times something. Let's see. What is 74 divided by 2? That is 37. And 82 is 2 times 41. Okay. So all the 2's can cancel. Remember, it's got to cancel from all 3 terms in order to work. So what do I have left? I have a 5, a 37, an I, and a 41. Okay. So 5 plus 37I over 41. That's the simplified version here. 5. These two don't divide by 5, and 5's prime other than, I mean, that's all it'll divide by is 5. So yeah, that's it. That's your final simplified version of this problem. All right. Hope it helps. See you in the next one.